So in this lecture, we're gonna be talking about experimental designs. What even are experimental designs? The experimental design is a mechanism used by an experimenter to allocate participants to different experimental conditions. There are three types of main designs. The first is repeated measure design, the second is independent measure design, and the third is matched pair design. The first type of design we're gonna talk about is repeated measures design. Let's say we have 30 participants in a classroom, and we are calling these participants for 3 straight days, for Tuesdays, for Wednesdays, and for Thursdays. These 30 participants will be participating in an experiment, and the aim of the experiment will be to find out whether the amount of light will have an effect on concentration level of students or not. On Tuesday, the participants will be attending the class with 1 light switched on, and on Wednesdays, they will be attending with 2 lights switched on. And on Thursdays, they will be attending the class with 3 lights switched on. We consider all the 30 participants as a single group, and hence we refer to this as repeated measures design. We are using the same participants and using them in different experimental conditions. And the main disadvantage of this experimental design is order effects. Order effects refers to the order of the conditions having an effect on the participant's behavior. For example, some participants accomplish the task and the next day they have to do the same task again. Performance in the second task may be better because the participant knows what to do, and some people's performance might be worse. There are 2 types of order effects. The first is practice effect. In this effect, there is an improvement that results from practice or repetition of task. The second is fatigue effect. In this effect, there is a decline in performance on a prolonged or demanding research that is generally attributed to the participants becoming bored with the task. The second type of design is independent measures design. Let's say we have 30 participants, divided by 3 to make 3 equal categories of 10 participants. The first group of participants is taking class with 1 light switched on. The second group is taking class with 2 lights switched on. And the third group is taking class with 3 lights switched on. Independent measure design is when you have different participants going through different experimental conditions. As amazing as this experimental design is, it has a major flaw. The biggest flaw is of participant variables. What even are participant variables? So, participant variables are basically differences between the participants. Let us assume that the participants in L1 were very hardworking, and the participants in L3 were very lazy. The difference between the participants will affect our concentration level. So thus the participant variable is a major flaw in this experimental design. The third type of design is matched pair design. In this experimental design, the different participants go through different experimental conditions, like independent measure design. The difference between them is that in this experiment, we have matched the participants according to their characteristics. To get a fair result, we have matched the lazy with hardworking students. Thus, this way we have reduced participant variables.